Next story, Obama Nazi posters go viral. AOL corporate asset, the Huffington Post, has posted an article insinuating that Alex Jones is linked to a flyer distributed in Michigan that features a Nazi swastika. The flyer pairs an image of a swastika alongside a movie cover for the film The Obama Deception, a documentary. They put documentary in hyphen, like it's not a real documentary. It's only got tens of millions of views, but it's not a documentary because they, put a slight on it with little commas next to it. Documentary by renowned right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, the site reports. According to MLive, the flyer was placed on parking meters in downtown Grand Rapids. So, according to the left, characterizing Obama as a Nazi is certainly unfair. I mean, it is unfair in the sense that, they're not gassing people in death camps or anything. But the administration has certainly, they've exercised powers that the Nazis refused to even claim. When the Nazis executed people, at least they were forced to put on some kind of show trial. I'm talking about before the war, before they went through with it. Not the Obama administration. They claim, of course, the power to able to assassinate American citizens worldwide with no legal due process. That could be described as a Nazi-type power. Signing the NDAA, Americans snatched off the street, detained without trial, that could be described as a Nazi-style power. But as we document in this article, it's more accurate to describe the Obama administration as fascist because of the fact that it's completely controlled by corporate interests and the likes of Goldman Sachs. And of course, the liberal Huffington Post fails to mention the fact that for 8 years, the left depicted George W. Bush as a Nazi. But God forbid anybody should do the same to Obama. I mean, remember when the Joker poster contest was running and people were getting arrested simply for posting these flyers up everywhere and being, accused of engaging in racist hate crimes for depicting Obama as the Joker out of Batman. Again, the left did it for 8 years to Bush, but when the same criticism is leveled at Christ incarnate, Barack Obama, such dissent cannot be tolerated, and they'll use the smear to reflect back on InfoWars, even though, we've got nothing to do with it. But if people want to do it, then that's their free speech. Tennessee man arrested and imprisoned for using cash. A Tennessee man was charged and jailed by police Friday after he used an old $50 bill to pay for goods at a Quick Mart store. Quote, a clerk at Quick Mart, South Cannon Boulevard, notified police after the mark he used to detect counterfeit bills didn't check as real, reports David Melson of the Shelbyville Times-Gazette. The front side of the bill was off-center and it didn't feel like a normal bill. It did look to be counterfeit, Officer Brock Horner said in his report. The man, Lorenzo Gaspar, was taken to jail by the officer but was released after a sergeant noted that the old bill are still legitimate legal tender, but that the check machines with modern cash markers do not work on them. We've got a related story out of WorldNet Daily which dovetails with this. Man arrested, cuffed after using $2 bills. Now remember, the $2 bill, although rare, is still in circulation and is legal tender. It's not a fake bill. So a man trying to pay a fee using $2 bills was arrested, handcuffed, and taken to jail after clerks at a Best Buy store questioned the currency's legitimacy and called the police. Again, total freak out. Just because they're too idiotic to know what currency's in circulation, they call the cops. And basically, this guy was locked up, handcuffed for 3 hours. Turns out, of course, that everything's completely genuine. It's in circulation. It's legal tender. But we're seeing more and more cases of cash being linked with criminal behavior. All over the world, we've got Spain banning cash payments for anything over 2,500 euros. We've got the British government banning cash in transactions for certain trades, such as scrap metal, again, trying to link it with criminal behavior. And it all greases the skids for the implementation of the cashless society, wherein the existence of any kind of black market or indeed any kind of privacy is rendered obsolete. And of course, that always leads to totalitarian top-down control of the economy. And that's how we end up with things like, the Global Food Council and the calorie credit card, where the government decides how many calories you're allowed to buy according to your food ration. I mean, that's ultimately where that level of control over the economy, the destruction of the black market ends up. It's all about control.